Welcome into Extra Time. In case you missed yesterday's show, we had quite a debate on Extra Time regarding whether or not
You two did. You two had a debate.
About whether or not Ronaldo deserved to be in the top 10. You said he didn't.
I didn't say that. See, he started again.
You keep me out of this. I am out of that.
You said he didn't.
You started.
Well, that's what you said anyway.
If you say so.
And then we got into a discussion about, I thought you said he was lucky to be there, and you said that's not the same as saying he shouldn't be there.
Correct. I said lucky, and you said shouldn't, and you said they were the same thing.
Well, I said they insinuated the same thing, which is why our first tweet is, are we lucky to have Steve on ESPN, or should we expect to have him? Are you lucky to be here, Stevie?
I'm very lucky to be in the company of two fine young gentlemen like yourself.
I haven't been called a young gentleman for a very long time. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen.
I was in splits the way you wound up Stevie yesterday. Also, in my opinion, both Hazard and Ronaldo deserve to be there. Alisson or Bernardo Silva ahead of Salah, maybe, though. Oh, that's a good point.
Do you know, it's... This list is really unfair to a lot of players. You know, because some players are lucky that they play for a Liverpool or a Barcelona who are at the top of the tree.
Right.
You know, I'm sure there are players in the top leagues who do just as much, if not more, than what some of the so-called names have done, that never get a mention. So I think the problem is it's who votes.
Right.
And it's such a mix that I can tell you that well, I can't tell you, but I'm going to assume that a lot of people who can vote on this probably don't take too much time thinking about it and just tick a box.
Say you had a vote, Alisson, Salah, Bernardo Silva. In which order would they go in their performances last season?
I would go Alisson, Bernardo Silva, Salah.
Right.
That's the order I would go.
So Salah wouldn't be on your top 10 list?
Well, you only gave me 3.
No, that's true. But Alisson or Bernardo Silva are on there.
Correct.
They're on that list, but they're not on the real list.
Correct.
Jules, I'm supposed to ask you a question. I'm not quite sure what it was. What was you want me to ask, Jules? Something about the list. Who should win it all?
Well, Jules, ask him who... As far as I know, it's coaches and captains around the world, right? Is that right? How many?
Is that the Ballon d'Or?
Is that the... Jules will know.
This is the best we're talking about, Jules. Who votes for the best?
I think Stevie's right. I think Stevie's right. Is head coaches and captains of the national teams, no?
No, you know what I take from that?
I think
Jews don't have a clue either. Jews have a clue.
Jules, where did you go on holiday?
I went to Ile de Ré, which is a small island of La Rochelle on the Atlantic coast. It was lovely, thank you very much.
So I don't know where the Atlantic coast is. I don't know where La Rochelle is. And what was the name of the place?
Wait, Steve, you know where the Atlantic coast is?
Well. Oh, where is the Atlantic
I'm speechless, Stevie.
Well, where is it?
Have a guess.
Oh, don't tell me the Atlantic.
Yes!
Well, whereabouts that?
No, Stevie, stop it!
You'll have to come next time when
a
you
lot
come.
of time
Stevie,
thinking
I'll
about the
invite you to
Atlantic
the
coast,
house.
have I? Are you all right? What? I've probably flown over it a couple of times.
Just explain the geography, Jules.
So, Stevie, France has a few seas and oceans, alongside the coast. So you've got the North Sea at some point, and then the Channel at some point, and then you've got all the west side of France down the Atlantic coast. So from Brittany all the way down to the Spanish border, and then you've got the Mediterranean Sea on the other side, towards Corsica and Italy and stuff. And I went Atlantic coast, so west of France.
There you go.
I knew that. I was watching World War II last week. It was the Battle of the Atlantic. Of course I knew what it was.
Right. So why is it called the Atlantic coast?
No idea.
Stephen, stop it! Stop it! Oh dear.
Well, why is it called the French Riviera? I don't know why they call it that. I just know that's the name of it.
Oh dear.
Goodness me.
What's the name of the ocean, Stevie?
God.
Which one?
The one that's off France.
There's a lot of different ones,
There's
isn't
only
there?
one.
There's a lot of different. What are you talking about? The Pacific.
Why does Jules hate Man United? There we go. Welcome back.
I don't hate Man United at all.
Why does it say that? I never got that impression that Jules hates Man U.
No.
No.
Pepe was the most dispossessed player last year in Ligue 1, Jules. Is he the new Richarlison?
Hold on.
he's not
Somebody
the new-
really
but
kept
it's
that
true.
stat?
Of course, everyone keeps every stat.
Whose responsibility
That
is it to
makes
count
sense.
how many times you get dispossessed?
The statisticians.
Opta.
They don't keep that stat.
How they do? They keep every other
They
stat.
shouldn't. They're wasting people's time
Right.
keeping that stat.
Right, well, let's ask Jules.
Okay, that's Jules.
Yeah, no, it's a true stat actually, there's a lot of stats also on the other hand. He's one of the top 5 best dribblers in the league as well, and I think he was the second most foul player. So he loses the ball a lot, and his first touch could do with some improvement. There's no doubt, but Mo Salah loses the ball a lot as well, and he's still one of the best players in the Premier League. So it'd be interesting to see how quickly he adapts to the pace and the physicality of the Premier League, for sure. And there were a lot of things they could have done better, even back in Ligue 1 last season. And that's one of them, working on that first touch, on not losing the ball too easily, I would say.
Jules,
but
I've got a
there were so
question
many
for
things
you.
that he did much better than that.
Jules, I've got a question for you, right? Shaka and I were talking earlier.
Get ready, Jules. Here we go.
I certainly haven't seen anywhere near the amount of this guy as you have. But I said to Shaq earlier, I'm not sure he's one of those that, when he's running with it, and he always seems as though he's taking people on, he's running with the ball at his feet, but I couldn't make my mind up whether he's actually in control of it or whether he's going past people because he's not quite sure where it is either.
Yeah, I think his balance on the ball is fantastic. It really is, and maybe because he's such a big guy, he's over
tall.
6 foot, and for a winger, it's like we were saying on the show earlier. It's quite unusual. Usually, those kind of wingers with a lot of skills and pace are shorter than that, and maybe that's the illusion you have when you watch him. And you're right, actually, that sometimes he doesn't really look in control of the ball or even in control of his own body. But I think it's more because of the size he is and how well he does on the ball and how skillful he is on the ball.
Jules, best guess on how much playing time Pulisic will get at Chelsea? Will he mostly come off the bench?
No, I don't think so. I think he's typically the kind of players that Lampard will like having in his team, and we saw that against Salzburg the other day, where he fitted exactly the game plan that Lampard had, and the 2 goals he scored on that night, the penalty that he got as well, with it's just how quick he is on the ball and how quick his runs are and the way he calls the ball and everything. I think that would be perfect for what Lampard wants to do at Chelsea. So I can see him playing a lot. I can see him, because he's so intelligent, adapting very quickly as well to what the Premier League is and what Lampard wants him to do and everything. And I think we should be quite optimistic and quite positive about him arriving at the club.
He'll start the season. Mm-hmm. He's had a great pre-season so far with Chelsea. And as much as we've talked about how players have played too much,
Yep.
he's actually benefited from playing in the Gold Cup. So he's actually ahead of most other people, which you can see so far in what he's done.
Final question, shepherd's pie related, cottage pie, wherever we stand these days. Where do you stand on sauce with shepherd's pie, Stevie? Robson said he used brown sauce, but surely Worcester is the winner here. PS pro tip, add a little cheese and grill the top for the final 5 minutes.
Yes. Oh, definitely put the cheese on the top.
Final 5 minutes?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
No, look
Big
at this.
time.
Oh.
Big time. It's tomato sauce, but I'll tell you what, Raggy is spot on.
Yeah,
The bit of cheese
but you
on-
go tomato over Worcester or brown?
Correct.
No, surely you add the Worcester in to the meat when you're cooking it. You don't add it after
No.
as a condiment.
No? Jules, where do you stand on shepherd's pie, cottage pie? We spend a lot of time talking about it.
I don't get the whole sauce thing. Cottage pie and shepherd's pie are good enough without sauce. Why would you add Worcester, which is disgusting, by the way?
Ooh.
That's harsh.
Wow.
So he hates Man United and he hates
Worcester sauce.
And Worcester sauce.
Wow, didn't know. You find out some
and
things about
also,
people on this show.
Also, mint sauce or raspberry sauce or whatever you call it, raspberry jam with your roast dinner? Come on. This is an insult to your roast dinner.
Cranberry sauce?
Cranberry. Thank you, Shaka.
No, but turkey and cranberry sauce, that's a match made in heaven.
That should never be allowed. That doesn't even go together.
Whoa,
Jules,
wow.
No. Jules, what about mint sauce?
Wow.
Is mint sauce allowed?
No, it's not even. I'm not sure what's worse, cranberry or mint sauce.
I love a cranberry sauce.
So, Jules hates Man U and all sauces.
All sauces.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Not all sauces, but those one really warm me up.
There we go. That is it. We are done. Thank you very much. Another extra time where we really get to grips with the big talking points. Like, where's the Atlantic Ocean? Join us tomorrow. Frank LeBoeuf is here. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.